Let's talk about Dawn Staley and the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Amazing.
But let's talk about coaching. So we saw what happened on the players.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about coaching. Where should Dawn Staley in this run that she's putting together at South Carolina? Where should it really rank in? Because Gino in Connecticut had set the bar so high, right? When it just comes to the number of wins and number of championships that they accumulated. But in this era of NIL and movement and all, and just where we are in basketball today, and for her to be able to put together perfect seasons.
Yeah.
Perfect seasons.
The new dynasty.
Yeah. Well, okay. Is this the beginning of the new dynasty? Are we looking at an 18 and over the next 20 years? Are we looking at an 18-2 kind of run?
What you mean 18-2?
You win the next 18 championships?
No. Who?
15?
South Carolina?
Yeah.
No, of course not.
15?
Currently, they're
No.
tied
15?
with Baylor and
No.
Stanford.
10.
No. That's a team in Connecticut.
10.
That's just got the number one player in the country from North Carolina to go to Connecticut next year.
That's going to put a stop to it.
They had 5 girls on the bench that's all number one players. Jordan, Paige, Deck, and so let's pump our brakes a little bit.
What?
No.
No, listen to me.
But why?
No, he said 18 over the next 20 years. That's what.
15?
No, I think they're gonna be going back and forth, but if
10.
No.
Give me 10.
I think they're gonna win multiple championships, some more. I think South Carolina's is, but I think
Because
Connecticut.
they're only losing her.
Yeah,
Cadosa pretty much.
and I think Connecticut's gonna be right there because they haven't been there in a while. In terms of that's my opinion. Yeah.
I think Connecticut should have been in the championship game. I just think they didn't play their best.
Right.
No,
They
Paige
did
didn't play
not.
her best.
Paige
I mean,
didn't
I
have
know.
a great game.
Just collectively, they just didn't play. They didn't
But
play like they should.
I love Dawn Staley. I love her style. I love the fact that she lost five
starters.
5 starters to the WNBA and just reloaded.
Mm-hmm.
The freshman, I can't remember her name, hit the 3-pointers. They're going to be good.
Yeah, and the defense of
I think
Raven
it's going to be
Johnson
Connecticut
changed
and
it
South
all.
Carolina going forward. I don't see Iowa back in the spotlight anymore.
Even their coach does it. She said, we're going to be rebuilding and,
Yeah.
we're going to have the same. I think the fans will still get behind our young players. Like she was setting it up to say, I
look.
won't be back for a while.
All I know is she may want to stop. She may want to stop putting her pregame speeches on national television. I thought I was at a staff meeting. I said, "What the hell?"
But I didn't hear the presentation.
What did she say?
It was very corporate light.
You have it within you.
Yeah.
To do. I'm like, whoa.
But Lisa
You gotta get ready. You gotta get ready for the fight of your life.
She was coaching for 40
Exactly.
years. Maybe she's like, hey, it is what it is. She's been coaching 40 years in basketball.
Look,
So.
I thought she was about to ask for staff meeting notes. What was going on? But let's hear from head coach Dawn Staley as she talks about something that struck me oddly last night as I was watching her after the win. She talked about the emotional weight of trying to be perfect.
It's heavy load to be undefeated, to, finish the job. And you get emotional because you just want that for them and you're happy that you're able to, because only one team wins a national championship.
She talks about on being emotional during the game.
Yeah, she was.
Well, it was emotional for me because of how it ended last year. And I'll leave that there. And I was emotional at the beginning of the game because I didn't want what happened last year to happen this year. So I was handling things in real time, not afterwards.
Yeah, you could see the emotions on her face.
Oh, yes.
But think of some of the calls or no calls that were made. She was all in. She was like, come on. I mean, she was very, very animated on the sidelines on that. And everything she was thinking, I was thinking the same thing too.
Exactly. She wanted it for her team and for the team last year that didn't quite get the job done. And it was great to see Aaliyah do her thing, commentating as well as out there with them when it was over.
Yeah, she was crying too.
Oh, yeah, that was amazing. But it's 2 words that stuck with me. I'm keeping them for the seasons in my life. Yeah. But Dawn, said uncommon favor. And that's what took them where they are today.
Yeah. you could tell this season and all that went along with it took an emotional, had an emotional toll on Dawn, his coaching staff, and everyone involved. But I think Dawn Staley now, she's talked about it. She talks about it. But now she really understands the weight of her words and the things that come along with now the weight of a sport and all the things that go along with it being on your shoulders.
That pressure.
Yeah.
You know, and the support and lack thereof that comes along with it. And the criticism that's going to come along with it. So I get it. I commend her for everything that she's done. The perfect seasons, having to balance the kids and the NIL and the parents and the perception and the national media and all these other things. I get it. Yeah, I think that's what we saw really last night.
Yeah, it was incredible. Just watching women's basketball on that stage, I know everybody was watching. It was like it was nip and tuck for at least for the majority of the game, and you know, a lot of people obviously putting for South Carolina, a lot of people putting for Iowa, a lot of people putting for Caitlin Clark,
right?
Regardless, and her impact that she had on this entire season. So it was exciting to watch. It really was, and I'm happy for Dawn Staley and Lady Gamecocks.
Yeah, I'm excited for them too, and I think, you know, the dynasty will continue. And she talked about how, you know, she recruits the players and what's important to her. And the number one thing, it wasn't the skill set. It was really like the family environment. Like, do they respect their parents and things like that? Like, if she feels that they respect their family and their parents, then they'll respect her and her coaches. Awesome. And then how can you deal with the process? Because you may not start. You may not, you may not play the number of minutes because it's based on what you're doing that day. And you got to be able to trust her and her decisions and trust the process. And so she talked about how that team trusted the process. There were some that played more, played less, but they were able to trust the process.
And put all that aside,